guys, it's Bia here, and today I am going to show you something that is really important. I have got the ultimate revision trick. This is a hack that I think everyone needs to know, and I have not seen it anywhere else. So, what I have for you here is this book, and this book is what basically helped me to get all A's and A stars for all my subjects. Except for English, because I'm really bad at English, but that's a story for another day. So, what you need to do is you need to get a mini book like this, and I'm pretty sure you can get them for really cheap, for like £5 or something, or £10 if you're getting fancy and you get special ones. But basically, they're just like, they come with just lines. It's just like a notebook. But what you need to do is you divide it up with all the subjects that you have. So I divided it up with English literature, English language, history, science, and I had astronomy as well, and maths. And in science I divided it up because we had different components for science, so I divided everything. If you're doing English and you need to know quotes, right, so for example, we needed to know poems. You need to know how many, I think it was like 12 poems. So what I did is I wrote everything that was important about this poem and everything I needed to know about this poem. So I wrote the quote, and usually I would write like what it has and what it means for these. Or for example, when we were doing Shakespeare here, I wrote down the quotes and I analyzed. I had like a mini analysis on each quote, so it would be easier. So what happens then is when you revise, you have this book, and you can literally take it anywhere with you because it's really small, so it can really easily fit into your bag, and it's not gonna break, and it's not gonna bend, and it's not gonna, basically it's like foolproof for anything you do to it, unless you literally set it on fire, which you're not going to do. Also, what I did on the first page was I wrote all the equations for maths, so like the trigonometry rules and like surface area of a cone, surface area of a sphere, all that stuff that you need to know. And if you're studying history, I would recommend you do timelines. So we had to know about the First World War and the Second World War. And as you can see, we started with the alliances, and it just keeps going until when it started, and then I have what caused each event, what happened in each event, what does each event mean. I went down here, it keeps going, the Treaty of Versailles, and then these are events that keep going until you start on World War II, like what caused World War II, what was happening with like Hitler and all that. And I also, this is very important as well, you need to write, so if you have like 10 mark questions and 6 mark questions and 4 mark questions, there is ways in which you're expected to write the answers for these questions. So I would suggest for each subject, so for history, you do it differently from like English. So you write down how many marks does it have, what do you need to do for each, like what is like the default way of writing an answer for each type of question for each subject. So you do that for all of them. For science, you just like write everything that you need to know. All of this information was in our revision guide, so I just shortened it down, I like summarized it kind of, and I did many sketches, diagrams, things that you need to know. So when I was revising, basically I didn't need to carry 10 books. I only had this one book that had everything I needed to know. So for example, astronomy, this was a subject that not many people did, but I really enjoyed it. It was really fun. I had all this information. Look, solar system, I have all the solar system here. It's really good. And for maths, you technically for maths you revise in a different way. You don't really like revise in the same way as you do for most subjects. It's more about practicing than revision itself, because when you practice you know the rules and you know how it works, so it's like much easier. But I still kept things here, so like all the circle theorem rules, bearings. And then I did further maths, so extra maths, and this was like things we started to learn. But yeah, this is the book. I think this is the way, this is like the ultimate way to revise, because first of all, when you write everything in this book, you're putting, like, when you write, the information is going into your head the first time. And then when you read it back again, like, you can carry this with you and you go, okay, you're on the bus and you're waiting and it's gonna take like half an hour in this bus and you have nothing to do, maybe you don't have any data, maybe you ran out of data, and you have this book in your bag. You can just go, okay, let me just revise some Macbeth quotes, or let me just revise some Inspector Calls, or when did Hitler become a dictator, you know? You can just do that really easily. You don't have to carry so many books. And then what you need to do is just revise. Don't revise in chunks, revise in like little sections and then go over the information, and that will help you. So yeah, this is, in my opinion, the ultimate hack. If you have any questions about it, please feel free to comment down below. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe, because I do a lot of videos on like how you can improve and how can you get better grades, and tricks that I used for myself and what worked. This is like living proof that it works. I am living proof that this works. So take my word and do this. I think if you're struggling, maybe this would help you. Don't forget to like this video and share it with everyone that you know, because maybe they'll need this help. They might not know the ultimate hack. You need to let everyone know about this ultimate hack. So yeah, bye! Oh, esqueci-me de dizer que estás a fazer o gel